strategic project manager at Verisk Analytics. She's also a dog rescuer in her spare time. Please welcome to the stage Pradnya.
All right, everyone. Hello, my name is Pradnya. I am Senior Data Engineer Manager at Verisk Analytics in strategic projects. But today, I'm not going to talk about projects. I'm going to talk about products, which is most important, right? So in this picture, you can see a beautiful home in the middle of the sea. Let's imagine this is your data product. And you hire a team of data scientists to build doors for your product. You go to your data science leader and ask them, hey, can you build doors? And the data science leader, yes, that's our expertise. We can build the world's best doors. And then the deployment time comes and you realize that doors are not fitting right to the house. And the success metric of this product is how many houses pass the eligibility criteria. So if the door is not fitting right, then the product is not going to pass this eligibility criteria. So how do we make sure that the doors that we are building are helping our products to meet these success metrics? The first step that we go with is we look into the development, product development or operations, whatever you call it, and we started digging into it. When you think about operations, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? Back office, business as usual. Business as usual is like our favorite word at my company. And yes, and you remember that there are a set of people who are doing the same job day in, day out, right? That's nothing really fancy about it. Truly, operations is the heart of the product. That is the vertebrae of your organizations who is bringing in revenue day in, day out. It's very important. And operations are also one of the top costs if you look at the financial statements of your company. These operations are consciously designed systems by the engineers, but these engineers and the functional managers are too busy in meeting their day-to-day deadlines. They have no time to think about how to do the existing thing in a newer way. And the innovation center or the R&D units of your company may have their own objectives for the future of the company, like the AI. They have their own budget. So there is no ownership of innovation in operations in most of the organizations. But you might think, don't we have PMO, Program Management Office, in big organizations who are responsible for these kind of initiatives? Yes, PMO are responsible for doing work faster, reducing task error, automation, that's our favorite word. But, and they are supposed to report cost savings to the CTO, CEO, whoever that leadership is. However, today I'm going to tell you, if you lead a transformation from a product perspective of your operations, you will see a different way of doing things. You will start seeing things from the product point of view and not from a specific operational point of view. I'm going to give you an example of my own company. We are Insurance Analytics Solutions. We provide insurance analytics solutions to our business partners. And this is the example of one of the products. It is named as Circulars. It provides prospective loss costs to the insurance companies. And as you can see, this is a very simple example of our system. It is much more complicated. However, you can see there is team of actuaries, there is team of data analytics team. Actuaries act as SMEs in our company. And then we also have data science team who manage the 2 different machine learning models. We have different data sources, and then the product is produced, and then it goes through compliance production, and then it is released to the customer on our digital platform, which is developed by our IT team. And this operation, hello? Okay. We have this operation for 20 plus lines of business. So you can imagine how crazy it can get. And this operation was designed keeping customer in mind, almost 10 years ago in our company. We, as expected, as it is saying, but in reality, it looks something like this. Okay, thank you. So you can see the first major problem, the customer is having hard time in reading the data out of the reports. We deliver reports in the PDF formats, and when this product was produced, this product was meant to be for the executive level. So it not only includes figures and data, but it includes a lot of words. So it is a report. But then our customer evolved. They started using the data out of that report for their own technical needs or whatever products they are producing. And then you can see there is another issue that we are receiving frequent ad hoc requests for the state level loss cost analysis, which is adding extra workload on our actuarial team, data analytics team, data science team, and other entities. So how did we address this issue and what did we do about it? First, we listened to the customer. We did a customer survey, and we realized that major of our customers want to see the state level prospective loss cost in digital format. So our team decided that we are going to deliver customer what they need. However, whatever product management decides, it is very difficult to implement because of the complex system that you can see. So for the pilot of the product, we did created a separate data analytics unit that was producing these statewide prospective loss costs in digital format. And we thought that this is going to be a temporary data analytics solution because the work that was needed for the data processing and data analytics was very laborious because of the complex data system. One of the many challenges that we faced was finding origin of the data. We didn't do a good job in tracking data lineage traditionally, and when we were taking the look at the higher view of this entire operation, we realized there are so many different gaps, but the major elephant in the room is our data storage. We have a massive data all over the world. In fact, our teams are dispersed geographically, and they have their own work culture. There are no standardized process of even machine learnings are like these models are not managed in a standardized format. So everybody's doing their own thing. They have no idea what it is serving, what is the higher purpose of it. So 2.5 years ago, we started this initiative of creating single source of truth. You must have heard yesterday, right? It has a great benefits. So we didn't start this innovation, this part with bringing all the lines of business on board. Very difficult difficult things to do. We started with only few lines of business, and we thought that, okay, we will see what are the different challenges that we will face when we are creating this single source of truth for a few lines of business, and then we will expand to the other lines of business. To cut down 2.5 years later, that is today, we have 6 lines of business, major lines of business, which are serving as a single source of truth. And guess what? It not only helped this particular product, not even the innovated product, it has helped 100+ products. Because we came to know there are so many products that are dependent on that data source. And now everybody wants to get on board. Now we have APIs, we are using Kinesis for the data streaming purposes, and it's just amazing. Our system is not only flexible, it is ready for the next market demand. Now, building new products is not as difficult as it was before. This is a simple illustration of a data product operation. You can see bunch of producers, machine learning engineers, data engineers, actuarial engineers, whatever you want to call it. They are producing something, and there are stakeholders, internal stakeholders, who are receiving something. This something is nothing but data, but in different form. So actually, we are all service provider at individual level. We should uh, strive to satisfy our internal stakeholders, trying to understand their needs, and that's when you will start seeing your day-to-day job differently. Our goal should not be only producing world-class product and adding new feature. Our goal should be out operating your competitor because that's your spine of your organization. So bringing any operational change is going to have outward ripple effect enterprise wide. So these kind of changes are going to affect the smallest entities which are not really visible to you. Even the customer rep can get affected. Even the production people can get affected. So when we are data science community, we kind of focus on building models, but there are other things that happen on the other end until that product reaches to the customer. So these kind of changes are not really welcome by executive level because they have to face a lot of resistance. They, they have to say yes, bringing different people on board is quite challenging. What you can do to get started is try to identify accelerators. Accelerators are nothing but the set of people who are leading and pushing medium scale, small scale improvement all by themselves. They are self-motivated individuals. These are the individual who knows the grassroots level inefficiencies. These individuals are not perceived as leaders, so people are kind of really open to them about the issues that they are facing. One thing that you can do is developing a prototype solution and show a demonstration to your C-suite so that they will know what kind of positive impact you can bring with your innovation idea. Applying design thinking and connecting different processes together until the final product is produced will help you to understand your operations not only at higher level, but you will get to know what are the smallest entities that are involved in the entire product's operation. You truly have to see your work as a product, not as a project. You have to see your work as a product and act as a service provider. A data goes through thousands of touch points before it becomes a final dashboard or a report and served to the customer. In these thousand touch points, there are several humans involved. Human plays a very key role in all the aspects. Machines are not building machines. Machines are not running programs. We are writing those programs. We are building those machines. So we have to give this due importance to the human factor and the impact that they bring on the operations. And one thing is important to understand that there is a difference between projects and product. When you start looking at your work as a project is a short-term goal. Project has an endpoint. Project is supposed to add value to the product. They are not supposed to develop the product. So changing that mindset from project to product is very much important. If you want to become a true strategic business partner to your business, you have to stop seeing your operations as a traditional order fulfillment system. Getting started can be challenging, but you can start benchmarking against your industry. Try to check what are the different technological innovations that are happening. There is generative AI, we all know about that. Then there are superb orchestration platforms for scheduling your jobs. There is this data streaming and microservices right now available in the market. Try to explore. Then second thing is empathize with your internal customer. Try putting yourself in their shoes. Try to understand their work dimensions. What are the important key factors of the products that you deliver that matters to them? What are those important variables that they look at before they do their job and move it forward? Try to understand those points. Look for non-value adding activity. My favorite one is business wait times. Handoffs, there is always a long time between different business areas. Try to address that. What are something like underutilized talent? We do not have time, sometimes we hire people, but we do not have time to train them. Try to identify those issues. Once you find out the problem, do a thorough root cause analysis. My favorite method is 5 Whys method. Root cause analysis is very much important, and you have to spend a good amount of time in doing that, because you want to address root problems, not the surface level problems. Here, think like a surgeon. You do not want to put bandages on the system. You want to fix its system from the core. And then prioritize. Prioritizing is very much important. We are thinking from the product perspective. We should always prioritize only those problems which are important to the business, and not to the operation, not to the area, important for the business. That is very much critical. And one more thing I would like to add is versioning your solution. We all know, who are in machine learning, we are creating new models, we are creating new features, we are releasing new models, and we all version the models. But what about the other activities of the data analytics? What about those programs that are necessary for the data processing, right? I always tell my folks is like, just create a bare minimum program. It doesn't have to look the best looking program, the cleanest code at all. Do deadline, zoom out, see if that is fitting with the other entities in the business, and then go back and make it better. That will give you a better perspective, and that will save you a lot of time. When we focus on operations, it has higher impact at the product strategic level. You will save a lot of money in the operational costs that can go till millions of dollars, but that will give you an opportunity to set the competitive prices. You will achieve business agility. Your processes and your operations will be ready for the next market demand and the next technological. There is generative AI is coming, and God knows what is going to come next. So you have to be as agile as possible, and you should have your operations and train your human force to be agile and and utilize those latest technologies. Then there will be higher customer retention rate. That will be a differentiating factor from your competitor. Not everyone thinks about operations, because everybody wants to bring in the latest technology, but as I said, humans are very much important. You should concentrate on changing their mindset. And when you start these initiative, which could be years, our initiative is 2.5 years later, it's haven't yet completed, but it could take a lot of time to come there, but the reward, it's going to be much more, because your human force is going to be full of curious mind, that their mindset will be changed. People will start thinking from the product perspective, from the revenue perspective, and you will see those difference immediately. So that's it from my end. I hope this talk inspired you and nudged your brain to make some little changes in your operations. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn and let me know. I would like to hear your stories and your business as usual problems we all have. All right, thank you.